ANC Treasurer General speaks out on service delivery and hundreds confirmed dead in Iran. With the news at 9 o'clock, good morning, I'm Karabo Maladzi. ANC Treasurer General Matthews Posa says corruption in local government is compromising on service delivery. He was speaking at a gala dinner organised by the ANC's Ward 30 in White River in Mpumalanga. Posa says there is no excuse for the poor service delivery that has led to violent protests that have erupted in the province over the past few months. He says the ANC is riddled with corruption, adding that party members should vote out corrupt leaders to restore the image of the organisation. Some residents of the Rooidak informal settlement near Grabo in the Overberg are complaining that their RTP houses are leaking. Heavy rain has fallen over the peninsula and parts of the Boerland and Overberg since yesterday. Nokuzola Silika says she moved into a house 2 years ago. She blames poor workmanship for the cracked walls, leaking roof and substandard foundation. She says they have alerted the authorities about the problem, but nothing has been done.
We've got a problem about these RTP houses. When we are reporting to the municipality, they don't help us. The water is getting inside the house when it's raining, and there's water that is running down the wall. The windows are also leaking.
Villagers from Feli and Mashlong outside Polokwane in Limpopo, who had converged at Caster Semenya's house, have acknowledged the star's performance. They were watching the race on a small television set put outside the house. The mayor of Aghanang municipality, Maria Mokhobodi, was also watching the race at Semenya's grandmother's house. Even though the villagers are happy with Semenya's performance, some are disappointed that she didn't get a gold medal.
I'm happy about what I saw, but it's like her timing was not that good, right? No, my feeling was I'm happy about what she got, and then I'm going to celebrate for what she got now.
On behalf of the ANC Youth League in Aghanang sub-region, we felt very happy, even though we were expecting a gold. But anyway,
yeah, of course, well, I'm happy of that.
I feel happy because we are part of you on the map. Everywhere we go with you. We are happy, all of us.
The South African Weather Services says the cold front from Cape Town will spread into other provinces. Forecaster Edwin Temmer says there will be rough seas from Alexandra Bay in the Northern Cape and Port Alfred in the Eastern Cape. The Free State and KwaZulu-Natal will also be affected. Temmer says snowfall can be expected over high grounds in the Western Cape, parts of the Northern Cape and spreading to the high ground of the Eastern Cape into Lesotho. The Free State can expect light snowfall. The cold front is also expected to pass through Gauteng and Limpopo starting today. In other news, police are investigating the death of journalist and author Heidi Holland. A gardener found 64-year-old Holland's body at her home in Johannesburg's Melville suburb yesterday. She chronicled the rise of Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe in Dinner with Mugabe, a book she wrote in 2008. It includes her interviews with friends and family members of Mugabe. Holland also interviewed Mugabe, who was once a freedom fighter and later became president after years of unrest in his nation. She also wrote for a number of newspapers as a freelance journalist and had an occasional column with Johannesburg newspaper The Star. The police's Katlego Mogale says they don't suspect any foul play.
An investigation revealed that nothing has been tampered with, nothing was missing, nothing was stolen. An inquest docket has been opened with the Brixton police.
And finally, further afield, Iranian authorities now say 250 have been confirmed dead following two strong earthquakes that struck the northwestern part of the country. Earlier, the figure was put at 220. More than 1,500 were injured. All links to the affected region near the city of Tabriz have been cut. Rescuers in Iran are stepping up their efforts to find the survivors of two strong earthquakes. Search teams with sniffer dogs are searching collapsing buildings and villages around the western city of Tabriz. There's been a series of strong aftershocks. The BBC's Mosim Asghari has more.
500 rescue workers combed the rubble of dozens of devastated villages through the night and into Sunday as medical staff were trying desperately to save lives. Iran's Red Crescent took over a sports stadium to shelter 16,000 people who left homeless or too afraid to return indoors last night. It provided also 3,000 tents, blankets, and tons of food, all sent to the disaster zone.
And taking a look at the top story, ANC Treasurer General Matthew Sposa says corruption in local government is compromising on service delivery. He was speaking at a gala dinner organised by the ANC's Ward 30 in White River in Mpumalanga.